Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the, yes, fourth episode of the I Hate You podcast. I am coming at you live from my bedroom, my dorm, here at GCU. Um, like you already know, this is Gian speaking. Unfortunately, Amanda will not be joining me on this one. We couldn't agree to kind of a time to get together. Just everything in life right now is getting pretty hectic with finals approaching. The semester is going to end in I think next 2 weeks. So no worries. We're going to try to get back to bringing you a podcast where we're both here, both can talk, but just decided to, because we haven't put out something in a little bit, I'll come at you with some content today. Not much is really, well, I mean, I was going to talk about to kind of what's going on in life. It's been a minute since we've last put some content out, so all I really want to do is just put something out. So I'm just gonna go over with some of the things that have gone on recently. Like I said, school is coming to a close. We got about 2 weeks left of the semester going on. Unfortunately, that's a bittersweet moment for me personally. I like being at school a little bit, in the essence of being away from home, having that kind of freedom. I like kind of living here more than I do at home. I feel like I have more freedom to do what I want. I have more freedom to go about my days, and although my life is pretty simple here at school, and it's probably even more simpler at home, I don't know, there's just a freedom aspect to being here at school that I just thoroughly enjoy. But it'll be nice to go back home and be with my family 24/7 again. But I'm sure they miss me. Like today, I got a FaceTime call from my dad checking up on me. He does it a lot, so I appreciate that, even though I'm not too far from home. But it's always nice to feel the love. But yeah, like I said, coming to a close. Got a couple of classes and finish up. As I'm coming to you guys with this podcast, I am currently typing a psychology paper. I am at about 220 words. I have to reach the limit, or the minimum, of 750. So I have to get that done within the next 4 hours, 3 hours. So yeah, kind of busy right now. Not so much. Classes are going well, I guess. I have one class that is kind of iffy on. I hope it's it's a 420 class, which means it's a higher level class, which means I have to kind of get after it because that is my lowest grade. I'll keep my grade secret, but let's just say it's not necessarily something I'm proud of necessarily. I believe it can be better. I know it can be better, but it is what it is right now, and hopefully I can get it up by the end of the semester. But all my other classes are doing pretty well. I have A's in those, so I'm not too bad of a student. It really is just all about applying yourself and putting in the effort, because just like life and just like schooling, you get out what you put in. So yeah, and work is getting a little hectic right now, just with a lot of moving pieces. My supervisor is going to be gone for the next week, so we kind of got no one supervising us, and a lot of my friends in the office, their last week of work was this past week, so that's really unfortunate because I essentially will be going to work by myself, and will have to actually focus on my work and not have those awesome conversations I have with the people I enjoy working with. So shout out to them. I'll see them I'll see them working again in September. They're a long ways away, but I'll be working the rest of this fine summer. And we're also moving locations. We're going from our location on our main campus to our other kind of spot. It's like down the street, but from where we are, it seems like forever away. So we'll be moving, in the process of moving locations. So that'll be new. It's something that I look forward to, just because it's a new spot and see how things are. We'll have new people, I'm sure of, because we have a lot of seniors that are graduating. So shout out to them, all those people that helped me go through the process of learning the job, and that helped me and that are graduating. So congratulations on that, and all the best to you and your future endeavors. Good luck. And God bless. Let's see what else is going on. I got baptized about a week ago. I think exactly a week ago. Um, so I'll kind of speak on that. Getting baptized for me was, it's an important moment, as it should be. It always has been something that I've had in the back of my mind, I think, for the last couple years, and it's especially because growing up in a Christian household and growing up having a father who has been in ministry, for predominantly his whole entire life. His applying himself and dedicating his life to Christ and serving the Lord has been his calling. And being in that environment, growing up in that environment where the church was essentially like my second home, and seeing many baptisms, personally, it was always something that I had in the back of my mind, when it would be the right time to do this myself. When will I know? Just when am I going to take that step? And I've always kind of wanted to. I just never, mustered up the courage or kind of put myself in that situation to where, like I said, yeah, I want to do this. I want to take this step. Until, recently, just, the last several months of my life have been up and down emotionally for me. And I'm sure you guys know I've spoken about the last couple months for me, what have gone on, and rightfully so. That's taken a little bit of a toll on me emotionally, and my faith has been able to kind of keep me at peace with everything. My faith has been giving me some sort of structure emotionally, and I think the one thing with faith is that, I don't know, it's really simple to say, but it really is the truth for me. It gave me peace. It really gave me peace with it all. And, therefore, it just made sense for me to truly take this step. And I felt like, God was really by my side. And I knew my plan and my purpose and what I'm supposed to be doing in life is gonna be because of him and for him. And I think personally, for me to take that step, it was actually crucial for me to take that step, because I felt like, it felt like it was the right time. I felt it in my heart that it was time, after everything that I've been through, and after, it always being in my mind that I wanted to take this step. I felt like now it was right. And to have my father be the one to kind of guide me in that direction, and also be the one to kind of baptize me, I think it made the moment even more special for myself. It made the moment special for him, because as I was sitting there preparing to take that walk up to the kind of the pool that we did it in, before that, the co-pastor of our church was speaking about how this moment is not only special in its essence of someone getting baptized. It was special, especially special for my dad, just because he's having the opportunity to baptize his own son. And not only just myself, my little brother took the step forward in his faith as well, to getting baptized. So it was a pretty special day for myself, my family, and sitting there watching our co-pastor talk about how special this moment is for my father, and just seeing him completely bawl out in tears, because I knew that this moment was something big for him, for my mom. My mom is an emotional person, and I think the way she put it, what was on her Facebook or Instagram, was when she gathered up all the photos from the day and kind of like posted them. And her caption was, "He answered my prayers." And I don't know what my mom's prayers were, but and I'm not gonna ask her what they were, but when she said that he answered my prayers, and it being her two of her kids being baptized, although like my older brother has already been baptized and I witnessed that, but now she got to see her two other children get baptized. It was a special day for myself, my little brother, and my family in itself. And having my older brother there, that was cool because my brother had not been to church in a few years. So him being there to be able to witness that and have my family there, and in reality, people that I've known in my entire life, essentially, from the beginning of the essence of our church, from the beginning to now, and some people that have come and gone, the people that have stayed, they were there to witness that, and it just felt good to share that public acknowledgement that God is in my life and He's my Lord and Savior, and that's what baptisms are. It's it's a public acknowledgement, and to do that in my second home, in front of my family, in front of my God, and in front of some of the people that truly know me and truly have seen me grow up. So it was it's a big day for me, and I am very glad I took that step forward in my faith because like I said, I did feel like it was the right time, and I almost did it because I do feel like I have a calling. I don't know what it is. I don't know when that's gonna reveal itself to me, but I'm ready for it. I can't wait for that moment to come. I want to realize my potential. I want to realize what it is that I'm supposed to be doing on this earth, and I think that was one step towards that, as recognizing and acknowledging that God, you're in my life, and I want you to be there forever. So yeah, that's what went on last week. I think it was this weekend. I went on a date. That was pretty cool. I don't go on many. It was something that kind of happened pretty quickly, so I like that it happened quickly. I mean, what it was is, and I went on a date with a coworker. She's a beautiful person. She's a beautiful individual. I kind of had a mutual friend of ours, kind of put out a feeler and see to kind of test the waters, see if I should dive in or if I'm just stay back. The feeler came out positive, and I slid in the DMs. We talked a little bit, and then kind of set up a date a couple of days later, and we went on that date. And I had a really, really, really good time. I took her to Westgate. For all you Arizona people that know what Westgate is, a little entertainment district that we have, a bunch of restaurants, movie theater, a bunch of little shops, stuff like that. So I took her to sushi. Yeah, I mean, I don't go small with dates. I don't do it a lot. So when I do get the opportunity to do so, I want to make sure that I can deliver a good experience and enjoy ourselves. So I took her to Kabuki. We went to sushi. We sat at the sushi bar. That was the first time I've ever done that, even though I love sushi and she did love sushi as well. So sitting at the sushi bar for the first time, that was cool. For a second there, we were kind of confused. Like, do we pick our sushi? Do we tally it? And then who do we give it to? So it took us a while to figure out that we just give it to the sushi chefs. So, but we got that in order, and then it's a little weird sometimes because you have people so close to you and next to you that they're eating their food, and then you have your food, and they're kind of like the plates are touching, so you kind of just like feel awkward in essence. Yeah, and then one of the funny moments of the night where we were eating sushi was my date did not necessarily know what kind of caviar looked like, and they had a sushi with caviar on top of it. So one of our kind of the neighbors or people eating to us to our side ordered the sushi with caviar on it, And we were just kind of staring at it, and she was just like looking at it, and she was like, she asked me like, should I ask if I can get a ball or like one of the caviar balls to eat? And we were kind of discussing it and like laughing. And then the lady was like, "Are you looking at my food?" And we kind of both laughed, and they were like, "Yeah." And then she was like, "Yeah, it's caviar. Like, I love it. It's good." And she was kind of grossed out a little moment, but you know, it was pretty funny at the moment. Probably me telling you doesn't sound that funny, but it's kind of like you got to be there to really understand. But moving on, so we ate sushi. Had some good conversation. Figured out a little more about her. She's really cool. Um, so we left sushi, walked around a little bit to kill time for a movie. Went into the candy shop that was there. Saw the different kind of candies, which some candies I hadn't seen in a while, so it was good nostalgia to see some candies that you haven't seen, like those little hollow chocolate ball looking things. We saw one of those. They're like $4, so it was kind of cool. Found out she likes black licorice. I will never try black licorice, but interesting fact that she shared with me. And then we kind of just walked towards I showed her to the Fractured Prune, which is a donut shop, kind of like exotic custom donut type place. So I showed her that. We didn't really get anything, just because we weren't hungry at the time, because we just got done with food, dinner. And then we kind of just walked into our movie. We saw Truth or Dare. Way better than I thought it would be. It seemed like one of those movies where like the acting was going to be terrible, the screenwrite was going to be terrible, like it was going to be super cheesy. But no, it was it was a pretty solid movie. Would I watch it again? Probably not. But for a first time, it was the premiere date, so it was Friday the 13th. So it was, it was a solid movie, and it was a Blumhouse production, which if you're a scary movie watcher, Blumhouse puts out pretty solid scary movies. I wouldn't necessarily say it was a scary movie, but the concept was interesting of playing the whole Truth or Dare game, and I won't reveal too much about the movie, but I thought the acting was pretty good for what I thought a movie was going to be terrible. And it was solid. It was solid. It was solid. Give it maybe a 6 out of 10. For all you Rotten Tomatoes people, I don't know what kind of percentage I would give it, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I don't know if you guys know about that Killer Tire movie. That movie looks terrible. I would not compare Truth or Dare to that movie, because that movie looks like absolute garbage. I've not seen it, but it looks like absolute garbage. A killer tire, basically. That sounds terrible. But no, yeah. So going back, so we walked. Well, we walked into the movie theater. They were still cleaning, so we kind of went to the little arcade area, and we just kind of sat in a little game. I think it was the Walking Dead game, and we just talked. Sat there for a little bit, and we just talked, and I learned a couple of interesting things about her. She was kind of open with me on some kind of stories of her growing up, which they're a little bit savage, if I must say, but they were definitely interesting, and it was very engaging. But overall, I had a really good time. I hope she did too. I haven't really gotten any negative feedback from her or her roommates about the experience. They all said it was good. So hopefully we can get another one under our belt before the semester ends. I would love that. Definitely would love to see her again. So hopefully we can set that up coming up soon. Before I want to get one under my belt at least. I don't know where things would go, especially with the summer coming up. So we'll see. But definitely a really good time. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I shot my shot. I know on one of the previous episodes we talked about shooting your shot. I followed my own advice, and I shot my shot, and I got a date, so hopefully I can get another one. So yeah, she's a cool cat. If she's ever listened to this, thanks for a good night, and shout out to my homegirl Rachel for kind of setting that up. So once again, thank you. Um, yeah, but that was that was my Friday night. Not much has it gone on since then? Unfortunately, like I said, I'm here writing this psychology paper about applying psychology to everyday life, and I have to kind of do a reflection on how I can use psychology in my personal life, my professional life, and just stuff like that. So that is gonna take up the most of my night. I have a stats homework assignment to do. Hopefully, one of my friends can get back to me on that, so I can get that done as soon as possible. But yeah, I mean, school's closing up, wrapping up, and it's a bittersweet moment. Like I said, you have people. One thing about sucks is when you go through a period of time of doing something, for example, school, and I noticed this like really in my senior year of high school, is when you start to have fun in like the latter stages of it all, and then realize like, oh man, like this is all gonna be over in like a month or a week or two, whatever the case may be. And you start having all that fun at the very end. Like, for example, in high school, my senior year, second semester was like awesome. That last month of senior year, that was when everything was happening, prom, conversations of graduation, parties, all that kind of stuff. That was all in like the latter stages of senior year, and that's when everyone was starting to get close. That's when everyone was having a really good time, and just things were happening to where it made it all the more better. And I think like that's going on right now is when you start developing kind of key relationships with people. Like, for example, my relationship with my coworker Rachel. um, she's been working there for a couple months now, but the last month or two, I think since really spring break, so that's back in March, last month or two, like we've grown close and we've had conversations about our personal life and about relationships, um, about religion, whatever the case may be. We've had deep conversations to where we've gotten really close with each other, and you know, it kind of bugs me a little bit that summer's coming up because I won't I won't be able to like have those conversations anymore with her, to like that one-on-one, face-to-face interactions with the people that you really like to surround yourself with. Like Amanda herself, like she is gonna be going home for the summer, and she's not gonna be here. She's been someone that's been an important part of my life the last couple of months, to where like she's helped me go through my past relationship. She's talked with me about religion, just everyday life, and she sits next to me at work, so I won't have that anymore because last week was her last week of work, so I'll be by myself while I'm working, so I won't have that that friendship at work or just in general, because they're all going home, and it sucks because her, Rachel, Nicole, Blake, other people like that, they're essentially all leaving for the summer, and they become really good friends of mine, and they become really good people to me, that I'm gonna miss that, and it sucks because that's gonna be going away for a couple months, and I won't see them until September. I'll see Amanda. Amanda will be, as far as I know, she'll be gone for a little bit. She'll be going home, and then she'll be coming back to Arizona to be doing a summer teaching gig out here. So she'll be here for a month. So when she, maybe we can get a podcast in before the semester officially ends and she goes back home. So you'll probably have times where maybe she'll put out content by herself, or I'll put out content by myself, such as this one. And maybe there'll be times where we kind of figure out a way to do it together. Maybe we'll come out with a vlog, who knows. But when that time she's back in town for that month of her summer teaching gig, we'll for sure try and get a podcast out together once again. But like I was saying, I'm a little butthurt because summer's coming, and people you've really begin to grow close with, they're gonna be leaving, and an important part for me in life is the people I surround myself with and the people I want around me, and the relationships you build in life. They're important, and the relationships I've built within the last couple months have been really good for me, and I love them. So they've been really good to me, and I hope I've been really good to them. Uh, they've definitely made my life a lot easier lately, and they're just really good people. And I hope they have, if they're listening, that they hope they have a great summer. Hope whatever they do, they're having fun. I know Rachel's going to Hawaii because she's going to be teaching little Christian Hawaiian kids over there for, I think, 2 months. So good luck to her on that. Um, that should be a fun experience for her and an opportunity for her to kind of venture out, to grow, to get some experience under her belt. So I'm happy for her on that, because that was a job, or not a thing, where she had to apply for, interview for, and there was only 4 spots available, and she got one of those spots. So I'm happy for her that she was able to get that, because I know she was really excited for it, and when she got it, she was just on cloud 9 for it. So I'm happy for her that she was able to get that. And then people like Nicole and Amanda, they're going home, and who knows what they're going to be doing. I know Amanda loves being with her family, so it's be nice for her to be able to be with her family full time again. This being her first year at GCU, having that under her belt. So hopefully she had a really good time, and I'm glad I met her, because she's made life a lot easier, a lot simpler for me. Just having someone to talk to about deep stuff. So that's always good. And then just, yeah, I mean, like the date I just went on, it's kind of disappointing that you can't really push for anything. You can't really like go after anything, because just like the semester's done in two weeks, and she's going home, and you don't necessarily want to do a relationship long distance, even though I've done that before. And for all those they're doing long distance relationship, it freaking sucks. It freaking sucks. I hated it. Even though I flew out to see my ex at the time. That was not ex at the time, ex now. But even though I flew out to see her during that time, it just sucked to go 3.5 months without seeing someone that you love. So I'm not saying I love her now. I'm just saying, doing a long distance relationship, that is brutal stuff, and I don't wish that on anybody. It's brutal. So that's one thing. Like, kind of mentally trying to gauge is how to go about this. I'm not pushing for anything right now. I'm just kind of seeing where it goes. I'm not rushing anything. Hopefully, she had a good time to where, she'd be interested in continuing to, hang out here and there, or, just conversing over the summer, and then, come back and see where things go. That'd be ideal, I guess. That'd be cool. From the stuff that I learned from her this past weekend, I enjoyed myself, and I enjoyed, her kind of stories, her upbringing, just what she does, her life basically, and I enjoyed that, and she was someone I'm very interested in. So, and she's a beautiful girl, so all is there for me to not want that, if you know what I'm saying. That makes sense. Like, I'm interested. I want to see where this goes. So I definitely am very curious to see how this is gonna work. Hopefully it does. I mean, if it doesn't, it doesn't. God's plan. But whatever. Yeah. What else do we have? Really, that's pretty much it. I am low on food money. So, Gian Bortolotti starvation mode is 100% activated. I have about $7.50, and that has to last me the next 12 days. And I only eat twice a day in general. So you can imagine that's about like $9 per meal. So you're about $18 a day, $18 to $20 a day. The money goes quick. And especially for those who eat 3 times a day, I can't imagine what their money is at, or how they even like. I don't even know how people manage to have a lot of leftover money. It's bizarre to me, but a boy's got to eat, a man's got to eat. I like to think I am a man, so. But no, yeah, it's hard, and I'm probably gonna lose about like 10 pounds over the next 12 days. So hopefully I don't starve my. I mean, I'm probably gonna starve myself with a work around that $7.50. That's less. That's one meal here. I cannot eat Qdoba. I'll tell you that. Qdoba is probably my go-to spot here on campus. For those that don't know what Qdoba is, it's like a knockoff Chipotle. So that's my spot, and you're probably your your bowl is probably gonna cost you $8. And obviously I'm under that, so I probably cannot eat Qdoba again. Um, I don't know what $7.50 is gonna get me on campus. I can probably get a 6-inch at Subway. I know I can get a foot long meatball marinara at Subway for like $5, 5.50 maybe. So I can probably get that. But then that leaves me with $2. So I have to be diligent in how I spend my money and how I use the 750 because I really don't want to use my debit card, even though I most likely will have to use my debit card. But yeah, I have $7.50 left on my account, and we'll see how that goes over the next 12 days. It'll probably be done by tomorrow. By the time you are listening to this, that $7.50 will probably be gone. So there you have it. Because today, I was at 16 today. Then I went to the grid to buy. I went to buy water, and I bought some peach rings because I love me some peach rings, and I haven't had them in a while. So I bought those. Probably not a smart investment, but they are good, and I still have about like 6 left. I have 2 other Aquafina bottles. So, love me some water, love me some peach rings. That is my snack for the evening. I had Taco Bell earlier. Rumor has it GCU will be getting a Taco Bell and like a Panera knockoff, I think, next year. Who knows? They're all rumors. I don't know. I don't have any confirmation on either of those. I don't know if it's set in stone. But those are the rumors, and it would be awesome if we got those because, one, I love me some Panera. I'll take a good sandwich over a good burger any day. Yeah, so, um, that's like I said, low on money. I'm having internal thoughts about whether to cut my hair. I don't know if I should do it because I know if I do it, I will instantly regret it. But I'm also someone who likes change, especially like I don't know if this makes sense, but with like my personal self. I forgot the word I was gonna use. So like I like new clothes. I like to trim my beard sometimes just because like I want to do a change. Like I can never just let it grow out, go massive caveman style. Even though I did this past summer, but I'm kind of tempted to cut my hair. But for those that don't know me, I have long hair. It's down to my shoulders, I believe. Yeah, so I'm tempted to cut it. What I will most likely do is get my sides tapered. So I'll probably do that. But I probably won't cut it because I'll punk out and not do it. Because if I do it, I know 100% I'll regret it. And it's just a long process of growing it back. I cut it last time. I cut it over a year ago, and they did a terrible job in cutting it. So I was kind of just turned off by that. So I probably won't cut it. I'm probably gonna have these same thoughts, a day or two from now. But I I enjoy my long hair. Some people don't. Some people don't. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't matter. I like my long hair. I like myself with short hair, but you know, whatever floats my boat is the way I'm gonna go, as it should be. Do what you want. I'm all in the support for, if you feel a certain way, don't apologize for it. Do what you gotta do. But, yeah, I want to get big this summer. Well, not like big. I want to. Well, yeah, big as in I want to, you know, hit the gym. Last summer I lost about 30 pounds in weight, so I was proud of myself on that. Um, I got a lot of positives on my weight loss. Yeah, 30 pounds of just simply running every night. I ran every night this past summer. It was it was easy after getting into the habit of doing it. I ate I ate well. I stopped eating around 7 o'clock at night. I ran like around 9, 10 ish before bed, and just kind of went to sleep light and woke up light, and it was just it really worked for me, and that was in the process of losing. I only ran 30 minutes every night, only 30 minutes, and that was about 3 miles give or take, mostly three. But yeah, and that was just the process for me, and I did it. I accomplished my goal. I went from 190 to 160, and give or take 3 months. I took about maybe a week off, and that was the time I went to visit my ex girlfriend. Um, I flew over, saw her for a week, and that was the only time I really took a break from running. So I gave myself like a week's rest. But other than that, it was every day, just running, and you could see it in my face, saw my body. I was really proud of myself, and yeah, it was. It felt good, and I'm gonna get back to that this summer. I was able to keep most of the weight off this over this past year, the school year. Thank God I was able to do that. Because food here at school isn't the best, so it's easy to put back on the pounds. And thankfully, I was only to maybe put back on like 10. So I think I'm hovering around 170 ish. So I'm proud of that. Yeah. So this summer I want to put on some muscle. Hopefully, I can get in the gym with my older brother or my friend Carlos, who's a gym freak now. He's hella swole. Um, he's cut pretty nicely. He's done a good job for himself. So that's something I want to do this summer. I want to travel. I was hoping that we were gonna go to Italy this summer, but due to some outside stuff and just circumstances didn't allow it to kind of happen. So I will not be going to Italy this summer. Unfortunately, I was really, really excited for that. I wanted to get away so bad. So bad. Take a break from, work, school, just everything here in Arizona, my life here, and just, dip out. And it would have been really, really awesome. But, it is what it is, and hopefully I can travel somewhere this summer. If not, but as a family, I want to do something individually if I can. I want to go somewhere. Maybe to New York, maybe to Florida. Go visit family in Florida, maybe, or just go to New York and have a blast there. I want to leave. So hopefully I can figure out something to do over the summer in terms of that traveling. For sure, probably go to California because most of my family's out there. So most likely go visit them for a little bit. But somewhere outside of California and outside Arizona, I definitely want to go and experience whatever they have to offer. And I'm looking forward to it. I want to like I said, put on some muscle. Mm, yeah, those are my summer goals. Really, make a lot of money. I'll be working only 29 hours a week, which is the max GCU can allow. Uh, don't ask me why. I hate it, but also like it's kind of cool. You don't have to work a lot, but you have to work. I work a good amount. I'm someone that doesn't really need a lot of things, thankfully, and God has blessed me and God has blessed my family. So I'm not someone in a position where I need a lot of things. So thankfully for that, I don't really need a lot of money. But so the job that I have now really works for me. I only have to work 29 hours a week, so the income will be pretty solid for me. I could do some things with the money, and splurge on myself, and if I have a lady by that time, I can splurge on her, and whatever the case may be, I'll be good in a good place, and thankfully for that. So yeah, I'll be working. Maybe do an online class, maybe kind of get my schooling going back get my schooling going in the summer so I can graduate a semester early, which is most likely the plan. I'll probably do that next summer, if not this summer, then next summer I will be doing that for sure, of taking some classes so I can graduate a semester early. But yeah, that's the plan. That's really all I have right now. Thanks again for listening. Um, you guys are really the people that listen. I really appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. It does mean a lot that I have some supporters out there. Like I said, me and Amanda will figure out a time to where we can get together again and give you guys a more traditional podcast where we can talk to you guys together and just give like we always do, our thoughts on things and figure out what's going on, and give maybe at the time we have a lot of maybe stuff has gone on, so we can give you update. So yeah, um, hopefully we'll figure out time. And like I said, summer's coming up, so with the different scheduling, I'll probably come at you guys with more individual led podcasts. Maybe I'll have some guests, and I'll be able to do it by myself. And then maybe there'll be times where Amanda does the same thing. And when, like I said, when she comes back for her summer teaching gig, we'll try and get together, set up a time where we can come together and do a podcast like old times. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thanks again for listening. Make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below what you would like to hear, what you think, constructive criticism, straight up criticism, positive reinforcement, whatever the case may be. Whatever you want to comment below, feel free. I'm not going to mute you guys, whatever you guys say, or report the comments. If you want to say something negative, go ahead and say something negative. Feel free to communicate with us. You can follow me on Instagram at IamGion24. You can follow the podcast Instagram at I Hate You Podcast, all one word. Feel free to DM us there. There's an email link on our Instagram for the podcast, so feel free to email there. Email suggestions, or if you are going through something you want to talk about it, feel free to just I'm open to talking to anyone about anything. So feel free to communicate and reach out. You can reach out to me personally on my personal account. So yeah. Thank you again so much. Stay blessed. Godspeed. Have a great night.